Happy morning to my grade 9 students. I hope you are all present in the class today. And I hope you enjoyed the last activity which we have performed. Today, I will not give you that kind of activity, but I am giving you activity related to your farming activities because that is a part of my chapter. Okay, my dear. So if you are able to see me properly, my video is clear, then send me thumbs up quickly. And what we're going to do today is the chapter is the story of the village Palampur. We are going to do that one. I hope my video is clear. Board is also visible to you. Fine, my dear. Happy morning to everyone, my little babies. Grade 9 is the younger class with me, and you people are most energetic among all my classes. Everything is okay. Everything is okay now. Fine. So the activity today we have to do it. वो मैं बताऊंगी end में, ठीक है? So I'll tell you that one. Acha, everybody, how are you all? Are you all happy? Everybody is happy at your home even? Tomorrow is already a holiday for us. So we are all happy, है ना? Yes, all happy? All healthy, wealthy at home? Okay, fine. I'm also good and happy. That is why I'm in front of you. And I hope your mothers were happy with mom relaxing activity. सबने मम्मा को खुश कर दिया था? I'm great, dear. So shall we start with today's terminologies? So few terms that we were left in your chapter, ठीक है? वो हम लोग अभी रिवीजन के साथ ये वाली चीजें हम लोग करेंगे, ठीक है? The first heading we have to write down, that is resources. The first heading is resources. I'm just using colored marker for this. The first one is resources. So what are the resources? Please write it down. Happy morning to all. I hope everybody is attending the class. I hope everybody is attending the class properly. Okay. So when I am moving around, my camera is not working properly. Now it started. There is some problem. It's fine, I guess. Let me check it out. There is any speed issue, I guess. Let me check. It's all right. Okay, fine. I find it there is some problem with it. Maybe my phone network is not properly working. No, it's not. Yes, please write it down. The definition for this. Write it down, the definition for this. Now it's working properly, my dear. I can see. Okay. Krish is present. All are present. Abhishek, okay. Let's see. Let me do it with you now. Resources. Okay. A stock or supply of money. A stock or supply of money. A stock or supply of money, comma, materials, comma, staff. A stock or supply of money, comma, materials, comma, staff, and other assets that can be drawn on by a person or organization In order to function effectively. In order to function effectively. A stock or supply of money. A stock or supply of money. Again, I'm repeating the definition. Please check it once. If you're done, then send me thumbs up. Okay? A stock or supply of money, materials, staff, and other assets that can be drawn on by a person or organization in order to function effectively. In order to function effectively. Done? Okay. So let's now write down the next definition. That is farming. No, that is manufacturing. Write it down. Few of the terms we have done already, but it is already asked in every chapter. So that is why I'm doing with you. Fine. So next one is manufacturing. Please write it down. Second one is manufacturing. Manufacturing. Write it down. See the spelling if you're not able to write them. Manufacturing. Write it down for this. So definition for this. To make something on a large scale in industry. To make something on a large scale in industry. To make something on a large scale in industry. Okay? To make something on a large scale using in industry using machinery. Making something on a large scale in industry by using machinery. By using machinery. By using machinery. Okay. Make something on a large scale. To make something on a large scale in industry by using machinery. So that was the definition. Now write it down the next one. That is land. Next one is land. So what was land? We have done in which thing? So land, resource definition there, I have already done. That is already we are done. सृजन थोड़ा सा पीछे बेटे करके देख लेना, ठीक है? Or you can see the beginning video, and that you are able to see that one. Okay, do the next one there. Now the third one is land. Third is land. Fourth is labor. So we will write both. First we will write about land. Write it down the definition of land. Write it down about land. Likho. It refers to the land available for exploitation. Refers to the land available for exploitation. Comma, like non-agricultural lands. Like non-agricultural lands for buildings. Non-agricultural lands for buildings. Comma, developing townships. Comma, developing townships, etc. Land refers to the land available for exploitation, like non-agricultural lands for buildings, developing townships, etc. Again, I'm repeating the full definition. It refers to the land available for exploitation. Now, exploitation here means we are using something, natural things. Fine. So that is exploitation here. Like non-agricultural lands for buildings, like we have land for bank, जहाँ पे bank की building बनी है, school है तो school की building बनी है, so kind of that. So developing townships, शहर बन गया तो वहाँ पे natural base तो खत्म हो गया. So that is why they are using the word exploitation, etc. Now the next one is labor. Give the next heading, that is labor. Next heading is labor. स्लैश डाल के लिख लो ह्यूमन रिसोर्स, साथ में स्लैश डाल के लिखो काइंड ऑफ, दैट मींस और ह्यूमन रिसोर्स, दोनों की डेफिनेशन सेम होगी, ये हमने पहले भी ऐसे करी है, बट आई एम रिपीटिंग हियर इवन, क्योंकि ह्यूमन कैपिटल, ह्यूमन रिसोर्स यहाँ पे हम लोग यूज कर रहे हैं वो, ठीक है. राइट इट डाउन नाउ. ह्यूमन रिसोर्स, राइट इट डाउन. इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ ह्यूमन एफर्ट. It consists of human effort. It consists of human efforts provided in the creation of products. 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 Comma, paid in wage. Paid in wage. Paid in wage. Now the next heading is physical capital. Next heading is physical capital. Next heading is physical capital. Write it down for this. Physical capital is one of the three primary. Physical capital is one of the three primary factors of production. One of the three primary factors of production which can be seen or touched or felt, which can be seen, touched, felt, which can be seen, touched or felt, and also known as inputs in the production function, and also known as inputs in the production function, and also known as inputs in the production function. I guess it is clear. Okay, so physical capital, like this I'm using for my work. So physical can be fixed also, it can be fixed capital also, and it can be working capital also. This I'm using as a working capital. Fine. So इसको मैं touch कर सकती हूँ, इसको हम देख सकते हैं, और इसको feel भी कर सकते. This is a marker. Fine. So in this case, this is my physical capital. So this is the example. This is an example. So you can write the example even. Write it down the example for this. So answer is land, building. वामिका थोड़ा सा पीछे बेटे करके देखो, थोड़ा सा पीछे करके देख लो वीडियो. You'll be getting that one. थोड़ा सा बैक करके देख लो बेटे, ठीक है. I'll give you the example, तब तक आपका हो जाना आराम से. ठीक है, हो गया कि मैं दोबारा से बोलूं, एक बार रिपीट कर दूं. So physical capital is one of the three primary factors of production which can be seen, touched and felt, and is also known as inputs in the production function. And is also known as inputs in the production function. Examples are land, building, machinery, money in hand or money in pocket, we can say, raw materials, etc. So these can be all examples. These can be all examples. Now the next thing which I'm doing with you is fixed capital. Fixed capital. So fixed capitals definition, you need to do it yourself. We have already covered in the book. ठीक है? So book में से आप खुद करोगे. This is your homework. Fixed capital की definition आप लोग खुद लिखोगे. That we are already done. Two more things you need to write down yourself. That is yield. ठीक है? I'm just writing here which you have to do it. The definitions which you have to do it yourself. Sixth wali hai, that is I told you fixed capital. Seventh you need to do it yield. Seventh you need to do, yes. Seventh is yield. Eighth is multiple cropping. These are, I'm giving you as homework. Fine. Fine. Next thing, please see that one. Next is green revolution. Write down the definition for this green revolution. So it's green revolution. Next heading is green revolution. So I'll just mention here ninth definition. Green revolution. Write it on the definition for this. Green revolution. So write it down. A large increase in crop production. A large increase in crop production. A large increase in crop production. In developing countries. In developing countries. A large increase in crop production in developing countries achieved by the use of artificial fertilizers. Achieved by the use of artificial fertilizers, pesticides, and high yielding crop varieties. And high yield crop varieties. High yielding crop varieties. Again, I'm repeating the definition. A large increase in crop production in developing countries. A large increase in crop production. Large increase in crop production a large increase in crop production in developing countries achieved by the use of artificial fertilizers. Achieved by the use of artificial fertilizers, pesticides, and high yield crop varieties. So HYVs. Fine. Next is HYVs. So full form लिखेंगे हम लोग. High yielding variety of seeds. High yielding variety seeds. So next heading is HYVs. I'll just write here. High yielding variety seeds. Fine, this is the point. हाँ जी. So we are done with this. Next, please write it down. For this, likho jara. This is the heading, and HYV is already, you know how we are writing that one. That is HYVs. ठीक है? छोटा वाला S होता है with post of S. Fine. So write it down that one. High yielding variety seeds. Write it down the definition for this. These are the seeds of better quality than normal quality seeds. These are HYVs. I've written there. देखो properly. क्या लिखा है? कैसे लिखा है? So you can check, my dear. High yielding variety seeds. Variety of seeds, that is all okay. No problem. I guess this is clear. Let's do the next one. Okay. So let's do the next one. Liquid's explanation. These are seeds of better quality than normal quality seeds. These are the seeds of better quality than normal quality seeds. The produce from these seeds is a bit. These seeds is a bit. These seeds is a bit more compared to the normal ones. More compared to the normal ones. More compared to the normal ones. Fine. The next one, please see that one. That is okay. So this is the definition. Next, we have to write down the heading is chemical fertilizers. So the next heading is chemical fertilizers. Chemical fertilizers, everybody know what are these? I guess you people already studied this in science. NPK fertilizers. So if you remember, I also know, being an economics teacher, I also know NPK fertilizers. So what are these? I still remember the full forms of this. NPK. P stands for potassium or phosphorus. Let me see how much you know the science. Let me ask you chemistry question now. Hanji, P stands for phosphorus or potassium? Okay. So NPK. So there is always confusion. People get confused with this PK. So ये PK आपका movie वाला नहीं है. PK. Phosphorus and potassium. So nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. You know the rhizobium bacteria. So again, these chemical fertilizers are always giving us nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Right. They are always right. You people are intelligent in science. I feel you got very good marks in science then. Everybody is giving me right answer. Really great. Yes, P stands for phosphorus. Fine. Next is, please write it down for this, chemical fertilizers. It is defined as any inorganic material. Inorganic means that is prepared in lab, artificially. Fine. So with chemicals, it is defined as any inorganic material of wholly, 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 whole से wholly, WHOLLY, wholly or partially synthetic, wholly or partially synthetic origin that is added to the soil, to sustain plant growth. That is added to the soil to sustain plant growth. To sustain plant growth. So I hope you people are done with this. If you're done, just send me thumbs up. This definition, if you're done. It is, again I'm repeating, it is defined as any inorganic material of wholly or partially synthetic origin that is added to the soil to sustain plant growth. Sustain means for the saving of future. So our plants do well. Fine. So our plants will grow in a better way. Fine. Next heading is irrigation. Irrigation, everybody know what is irrigation? So what is the definition of irrigation? Please write it down. Now the next definition is irrigation. Irrigation. So please write it down for this. Yes, you're done. Yes. Please write it down. The supply of water to land. The supply of water to land or crops. The supply of water to land or crops to help growth, comma, typically by means of channels. Typically by means of channels. So the channels can be canal, can be any other ways. Fine. Supply of water, means of channels. Fine, so that is the point. I hope you are able to see my video. It's working. Okay. So shall we start with the next definition? Write it down, the next heading, that is pesticides. 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 Please take care of the spellings. यहाँ पे C आएगा, S नहीं आएगा. So PESTICIDES. This is like that is the spelling. Pesticides. Write it down. A substance used for destroying. A substance used for destroying. A substance used for destroying insects or other organisms. Insects or other organisms harmful to cultivated plants or to animals. Plants or to animals. A substance used for destroying insects or other organisms harmful to cultivated plants or to animals. So now, what is in this? Animals. What are these animals? Pests, rodents, you know. So rats are there in the fields. They're eating the food. Fine. So they are just taking the food from the crops. So they destroy the crops. Fine. So for these purpose also we use pesticides. So if you're done, just send me thumbs up. Pesticides की definition कर लिया तो send me thumbs up. Next thing. Next heading is migration. Migration. Next heading is migration. What is migration? Everybody know. There are two words. One is migration, other is immigration. Done? Okay. So I received from Sarah. She has finished. Till your irrigation. Oh, sorry, pesticides. Next is migration. What is migration and what is immigration? What do you say? Okay. Shall we continue with the next thing? Now, migration. What is migration and immigration? Migration is for the seasonal purpose. You are moving from one place to another, and immigration is for the permanent purpose. Fine, this is what I'm trying to say. ठीक है? So मेरा यही था. Yes, movement of a person from one place to another. So write it down for this. Seasonal movement of animals. Seasonal movement of animals from one region to another. Animals के साथ कर लो, human beings even. So that is migration. Like sometimes we can see even people labor जो होता है, labor थोड़े टाइम के लिए जब तक season होता है, जैसे especially in the paddy crop season, they're coming to Punjab and when the season is finishing, because उसमें पैसा कमाना होता है उनको, तो वो काम करके वापस चले जाते हैं. So this is migration for some time. ठीक है? So seasonal movement of animals or human beings from one region to another. So from one place to another. Fine. Next one. Next is borrow. Next heading is borrow. So borrow का meaning क्या होता है? What is the meaning of borrow? Srijan, like I'm just assuming one situation when we are back to school. So Srijan will come to me and he will say, "Ma'am, I need to borrow your book for one day." So what does that borrow means to you? Mr. Ori, you joined class very late. Yes. So write it on the definition here. Take and use, bracket starts, take and use, start bracket and write it down in bracket. Yes, right. You're right. Liquid definition, I'm just doing the same one with you. Take and use, in the bracket, write it down. Something belonging to someone else. Something belonging to someone else. Like I've given you example of Srijan. That book belongs to me and he is using my book. Fine. To someone else with the intention of returning it. With the intention of returning it. With the intention of returning it. ठीक है? चीज लेके रख लोगे तो that will be theft. ठीक है? So if you are returning it, then it is borrow. It is borrowing something. Fine. Next heading is money lender. Hanji, next heading is money lender. Next heading is money lender. Migration के बाद थी हमारी borrow. That was borrow. This is money lender. Next heading is money lender. Write it down. Who is a money lender? Write it down. A person whose business is lending money to others. A person whose business is lending money to others. A person whose business is lending money to others. Whose business is lending money to others. Who pay interest. Who pay interest. Who pay interest. Who pay interest. Now the next heading is, next definition is, let me repeat this one again. So a person whose business is lending money to others and lending to others who pay interest. So like I can give you example कि मैंने like I am a money lender. So I have to give you an example for this. Vanchika is like my client. She came to me and she asked for the money. So I lent her money and I told her you need to pay this much of interest on the money which I'm giving you. So This is how money lender work. Remember, आपको मैंने पहले भी बताया था, हिंदी मूवीज में वो मुनीम लुक वाली वो जो केजरीवाल वाली कैप जैसी होती थी, वैसे ब्लैक कलर की कैप होती थी, यहाँ पे चश्मा होता था बंदे का, ठीक है, नाक के नीचे, और वो एक टेबल सा होता था, उसके ऊपर बैठा होता था, ठीक है, उसके पास एक रेड कलर की बुक होती थी, एंड ही वाज गिविंग लोन टू द पीपल, अंगूठा लगवा के उनको लोन देता था, और उनसे इंटरेस्ट चार्ज करता था, कई बार उनके पेपर्स रख लेता था. सो लाइक इन द ओल्ड मूवीज वी हैव सीन दिस. ठीक है, सो ये सारी चीजें होती थी. सो दैट पर्सन वी कॉल दैट एज द मनी लेंडर. ठीक है, सो मनी लेंडर कहते थे उसको. क्लियर हो गया जी? याद आ गया होगा सबको मनी लेंडर कौन है? नेक्स्ट हेडिंग इज ट्रेडर्स. नेक्स्ट हेडिंग इज ट्रेडर्स. ट्रेडर्स. नेक्स्ट हेडिंग इज ट्रेडर्स. रिमेंबर, आ गया समझ सबको? मनी लेंडर का पता चल गया सब कौन थे? नेक्स्ट इज ट्रेडर्स. Fine, now listen to me very carefully. So what I'm doing with you now, a person who buys and sell goods, a person who buy and sell goods, a person who buy and sell goods, comma currency or shares, comma currency or shares, comma currency or shares. ठीक है, ट्रेडर कौन है? अगर सिंपली आई एम जस्ट गिविंग एग्जांपल, वामिका है, वामिका इज डूइंग सम बिजनेस, सो फार्मर्स का ही बोल लेते हैं. वामिका अगर फार्मर है तो वामिका ने कुछ प्रोडक्शन करी और मैंने वामिका से वो चीज खरीदी और आगे जाके थर्ड पर्सन को बेच दी. थर्ड पर्सन माइट बी आई कैन से नुपुर है, ठीक है, मैंने नुपुर को बेच दी. सो व्हाट आई गॉट इन दिस, मुझे पैसा मिलेगा, ठीक है. So whatever I paid to Vamika, उससे ज्यादा पैसा मेरे पास आ जाएगा with trading. So what I'm doing the trading business. Clear हो गया सबको? So next is surplus. Surplus. Next heading is surplus. Next heading is surplus. Now after this is going to be the second last and one more is left. One more is left then definition. Okay, write it down. Now what is surplus? An amount of something, an amount of something, an amount of something left over, an amount of something left over when requirements, an amount of something left over when requirements have been met, when requirements have been met, when requirements have been met. An excess of production, an excess of production or supply, an excess of production or supply, an excess of production or supply. So listen, I just give you example for this. Surplus क्या होता है? अब मानो मेरे पास 50 रुपीज थे और मुझे ये मार्कर बाय करना था, ठीक है. So I have the budget of only 50 रुपया and this marker is costing around 20 रुपया. I'm just supposing, I don't know the exact price for this. Might be written here. Let me check it out. So might be there. So it might be of 20 rupiah. Fine. So I just took this and now if I'm going to buy this one and after that if I bought this one with 50 rupiah which I was having, so उसमें से कितना पैसा बचा मेरे पास? कितना बचा अभी बताओ? 50 rupiah was with me, so that was the money in pocket with me, money in hand with me. So I need to buy a marker that is costing about 20 rupiah. So the leftover thing, what is the money that is left with me now? 30 rupiah. So that 30 rupiah is the surplus with me. Is the surplus with me. So got the point? That is the balance amount with me. Surplus and balance both are the similar thing. ठीक है, जब भी हम लोग रिसीट लेते हैं उसमें लिखा था ना इतना बैलेंस लेफ्ट है, इतना पैसे वापस कर दिए, स्पेशली द पीपल हु वर राइटिंग ऑन द नोटपैड एंड आपको वो जो बिल देते थे लिख के, सो उसमें ये चीजें होती थी, यू रिमेम्बर इट। ठीक है, अभी तो सबको मतलब डिजिटली मिलते हैं, जब आपको कंप्यूटराइज्ड बिल मिलते हैं तो उसमें नहीं मेंशन होता, बट वो साथ में खोल के आपको दे देते हैं उसमें से। Yes. So you understand the point now? So the last definition for today. The last definition is small scale manufacturing. So the last definition is small scale manufacturing. Right here, all but everybody is right in this. Small scale. Sorry, I've written it. Small scale manufacturing. Small scale manufacturing. Small scale manufacturing. Write it down, please. Now for this. So write it down the simple one. I will not give you the very difficult one. So write it down. When the business is run by the people, when the business is run by the people at a small scale, we can say from their home, so it is called small scale manufacturing. The manufacturing is production of something that already we are done. Fine. So when we are producing something at not at large scale, at a small scale, and that though from home, so we call that as a small scale manufacturing. Fine, it's done. Any of the definition which is not clear to you, please tell me. स्मॉल स्केल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के लिए एग्जाम्पल क्या हो सकता है? शुगर केन क्रशिंग, है ना, उसके लिए. And again, your homework is you need to complete all the definitions. We have done 19 definitions today. Fine. So everything is clear. Okay. आज की activity, let me discuss with you the activity also, and then another thing which you need to do it. ठीक है, आज के लिए आपने सबने डेफिनेशन सारी करके मुझे होमवर्क भेजना है. ठीक है, दैट इज द फर्स्ट थिंग यू नीड टू डू इट. अनदर थिंग विच यू हैव टू डू इट, आज मैं आपको लाइट सा ही दूंगी, संडे है, थोड़ा आप लोग भी एंजॉय करोगे, पढ़ने के ऊपर फोकस करोगे. ये सारी डेफिनेशन एक तो आपने लर्न करनी है. ठीक है, जो रह गई है वो भी आपने कंप्लीट कर लेनी है. द पर्सन हु इज गोइंग टू गिव मी होमवर्क सेंड होना भी स्टार्ट हो गया. सो जो भी पर्सन मुझे पूरा कंप्लीट होमवर्क, ठीक है, with full creativity भेजेगा, that person is really is awarded with chocolate. Fine. So when we are back to school, I'll definitely give you chocolate for this. Fine. The next thing which I'm telling you is आपका आज की activity. What do you need to do it today? आज की आपकी एक्टिविटी है फार्मिंग एक्टिविटी के साथ रिलेटेड. सो आपके घर पे फार्मिंग एक्टिविटी सच नहीं होती है ना, तो आपके घर में कोई किचन गार्डन होगा, आपके घर में कोई लाइक गार्डन होगा, सो फ्लावर्स होंगे, पॉट्स में भी होंगे. ठीक है, सो व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इट टुडे इज आप लोगों को आज अपने गार्डन की एक पिक्चर, बेस्ट पिक्चर क्लिक करके अपने स्टेटस में डालनी है. सो दिस इज द टास्क फॉर यू टुडे. ठीक है, अनदर थिंग, आज अपने मम्मा को आपने बोलना है जब वो कुकिंग करेंगे तो शी शुड मेक समथिंग दैट इज ग्रीन वेजिटेबल. ठीक है, तो मुझे आप लोगों ने सबने बताना है आज कौन सी ग्रीन वेजिटेबल आपने खाई है घर पे. सो दैट इज रिलेटेड टू योर फार्मिंग एक्टिविटीज, विच इज द एक्टिविटी आई हैव गिवन टू यू रिलेटेड टू योर चैप्टर. सो आपने अपनी फार्मिंग एक्टिविटीज जो आप घर पे कर रहे हो स्मॉल स्केल पे ही आप करो. ठीक है, यू हैव टू पुट दैट पिक्चर इन योर स्टेटस. अच्छी सी फोटोग्राफ बना के आपने क्लिक करके, सॉरी क्लिक करके आपने अपने स्टेटस में डाल दिया। दैट्स इट। एंड जस्ट पुट योर स्टेटस टास्क कंप्लीटेड, एक्टिविटी डन। ओके, सो दिस इज हाउ वी कैन शोकेस आवर एक्टिविटीज। ठीक है, बॉयज कैन डू वन मोर थिंग कि आप लोग जैसे आज वाटरिंग कर सकते हो आप लोग, और नहीं कुछ अगर रिलैक्स होना है थोड़ा सा, तो इफ यू वांट यू कैन जस्ट गो टू द गार्डन और द पॉट्स दैट इज अवेलेबल टू यू, पानी डाल के उसमें आप लोग कर सकते हो, दैट यू कैन डू इट। ठीक है, कोई ज्यादा नहीं दूंगी हैवी हैवी, नॉट लाइक दैट जो हमने प्रीवियसली करी थी, सो इट विल बी वेरी इजी वन। ठीक है, so now we have 4 more minutes. Anything else you need to ask me? You can ask me any questions. Do you find these activities interesting? मजा आता है? थोड़ा सा आपको boredom नहीं feel होती है? Kindly share your views. Do you really feel these activities are like helping for you? Yes, you can do it, dear. If you have, obviously you have the opportunity to go to your field and then click the picture. Yes. So you feel it is interesting? Some of the people, they are joining the class because of activity. It's really nice. I feel very good with that. No problem. जिसके घर में कोई नहीं है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, किसी के घर में गार्डन नहीं है, तो नो इश्यू एट ऑल। पॉट वगैरह होगा तो पॉट में कोई फ्लावर्स वगैरह लगाए होंगे, ये तो कॉमनली है बेटे, घर पे होगा कुछ ना कुछ तो, है ना, कुछ ना कुछ तो होगा। ओके, सो वन पर्सन, किसी के घर पे आज साग बन रहा है, ग्रीन वेजिटेबल्स, दीज आर ऑलवेज हेल्दी टू यू, दीज आर गोइंग टू, यस, रियली गुड। नाउ यू आर गोइंग टू शेयर ऑल द एक्टिविटीज एंड आप लोग क्लिक करके भेजोगे, मेरे को ये पता है, मेरे लिटिल बेबीज तो सारा काम करते हैं। ओके, आई विल चेक इट आउट। दैट्स रियली नाइस, सो स्वीट ऑफ यू। वी लर्न विद द फन, है ना, थोड़ा थोड़ा फन हो जाता है हमारा। ओके, सो आई एम गोइंग टू एंड योर क्लास। I'll check it after this class. Definitely, sure, dear. I'll give you comments even. How was that? I hope anybody's birthday is there and I'm not missing it. किसी का बर्थडे है आज तो मुझे बता दो जरा, मैं विश कर दूं। I hope I'm not missing it. किसी का बर्थडे तो नहीं है आज? We need to just make the person's birthday special by wishing. Not today. Any of your friends? Nobody's birthday. Okay. Okay. Fine. So what do you need to do? Do all the efforts. I'm also helping you to do all these activities to boost your immunity. Fine. So अपनी immunity boost करने के लिए सारी चीजें करो. ठीक है, my dear? Okay. Wish him happy birthday from my side. Fine. So next thing is you need to take care of your parents. ठीक है, किसी के घर में होम क्वारंटाइन है कोई, तो फिर आप थोड़ा अपना मतलब इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ लाइक डिजीज, आप लोग को थोड़ा सा दूर रहना है उनसे थोड़े टाइम के लिए, लेट देम बी ऑल राइट, देन मीट देम इजीली। फाइन, सो नाउ इट्स वेरी कॉमन nowadays people are home quarantine, so not a big deal, but yes, take care of yourself and them also, तो इसलिए थोड़ा सा हमें दूर रहना पड़ेगा, ये चीज है, अदरवाइज देयर इज नो इश्यू एट ऑल। ठीक है, लेट देम बी ऑल फाइन एंड प्रे फॉर देयर गुड हेल्थ। फाइन, सो टेक केयर ऑफ एवरीवन एट योर होम, इम्यूनिटी बूस्ट वाली सारी चीजें खाओ। ठीक है, अपने आप को रिलैक्स रखो, पेरेंट्स को रिलैक्स रखो, कोई टेंशन मत दो। ठीक है, एंड अपना ख्याल रखो, उनका बहुत अच्छे से ख्याल रखो। ठीक है, गिव देम लॉट ऑफ लव एंड केयर, हग करते रहो, किस करते रहो, बट द पर्सन हु इज ऑलरेडी अफेक्टेड उसको नहीं करना, पहले बोल रही हूँ मैं आपको। ठीक है डियर, So God bless you all. With this, I'm going to end my class. Thank you so much, my little babies, and keep on learning with Cambridge International School, the SUA. Thank you so much. God bless you all.